and these images from California just really break your heart. The wildfires have been absolutely devastating as thousands of people have lost their homes and all of their belongings. The Pacific Palisades is one area that has been hit the hardest. And as of right now, the fires only contained about 6%. That's actually some progress. Alexandra Pfeifer sadly lost her home to the fire. She's a realtor in Los Angeles working to help clients who no longer have their homes. Good morning to you, Alexandra. Thank you so much for being here with us, given everything that you're going through right now.
Thanks for having me. I'm sorry. It's been a rough few days, so a little disheveled, but happy to inform everyone what's going on.
Well, listen, I mean, that's, I know, the least of your worries right now. And not only, are you kind of trying to figure out what you're going to do, you're also trying to help a lot of folks. Will you just tell us what the last few days have been like and how you get to helping other people?
I think the reason why I wanted to do this is because I don't think people really understand how horrific this is and was. And it's also something that people need to really be aware of in communities where there are heavy winds, fire risk, exposed power lines. We went from leaving our home thinking that it would be a brush fire and in a small area to losing an entire town. It is the most unfathomable. I just can't even explain it. And it's a war zone where, I built a career and I've been there 20 years. I grew up there. All of my clients, and I'm talking about like thousands of people, don't have places to live and their homes are gone and nothing is standing. I can't even explain it. You can't conceive of it. And we left, as soon as we were told that it was a voluntary evacuation, because we live with mountains behind us. So we are used to the idea that there can be brush fire, but not community fire, not homes, you can't imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people talk about, well, folks in California usually have go bags and things of that nature, but this is a very different type of situation. Let me ask you, even though we look at the video and, your heart is just like, oh my goodness, what folks have been through, walking through the area, breathing in the air, kind of describe that for us.
Well, people have snuck in because everybody wants to know if anything is left. But the problem is that currently there are still active fires. They're spot fires. They're not heavy, but we have exposed gas lines and the power is shut off. But the lines that are hanging they still have electric charge. So it's very dangerous. I feel like while a lot of us are grateful that we're getting footage and people are seeing what's there, I've been told by the fire department to tell all of my friends and clients and neighbors not to go. But at the same time, we want to see what's left.
Yeah.
There are very few homes that survived where I lived. The ones that did, they have terrible smoke damage. And I had a client go back and they watched their house explode because there was an exposed gas line. It wasn't from the fire. It was from the gas that was leaking. So while it's a relief to see that there are portions of our home there, if there are any, it's dangerous. It's just not safe.
Yeah. You mentioned some of the things that the first responders have told you to tell your clients. Just as a realtor, where do people begin? What do you tell them when they have lost their homes? We were talking about, insurance, so many homes not having it anymore. What do you tell people?
Well, the first thing that we have to do is file insurance claims, because all of us have, this is I will say that the neighborhood, while the homes are expensive, these are hardworking people that have worked, like all of my clients, sorry to be emotional, but we've worked really hard to live there. So, all of these people don't know what to do and where to go, and we don't have coverage yet for how to live. We're staying in a short-term rental. And so what I've been doing for the last 3 days is trying to help people find temporary housing. And a lot of people most people are paying out of pocket until they know what their insurance will cover. But it's not a great system. California has a thing called the California Fair Plan, which covers damage. But I don't think that when they created this system of insurance they ever imagined that something like this could happen. So none
Exactly.
of us know actually what will and won't be covered. But I'm just fighting for everybody to get housing because there isn't a lot of inventory in LA right now. And everybody wants a place to live. And a lot of people, people have kids in school. It's honestly, it's kind of chaos. And everybody I know that's in my world and trying to find housing for people are just devastated because everybody, I mean, people are in shock and so sad, and with children and pets, it's bad.
Yeah, and watching from far away, so many of us kind of feel helpless, or you're contacting your friends, your relatives. I talked to a cousin of mine who lives out there last night, and you're just like, what can I do? We'll talk about what Fox is doing in just a moment, but what would you tell people to do to help?
Can I, it is amazing. It's funny that you're in the Midwest. I have a girlfriend in Chicago who I know through work, and she sent me a text saying, there are clothes coming for you. Don't say thank you. Don't worry about responding. I can just tell you, we left with the clothes on our back. I didn't take any clothes for my daughter. I didn't take anything. So little things help. I think everybody's just grateful that people reach out and say they're thinking about us, because, these are homes that we've had for our, years and years. All of our heirlooms, our kids' certificates and medals from school, I mean, they're all gone. So I would say just a call or sending a food basket or some clothes that you have in your house that, I think everybody assumes that people have things, but we don't. I mean, I left my car, it burned to the ground. So it's just, I think little things matter, and all of the notes of care. I mean, I have so many texts from people I haven't heard from in so long. And it just helps lift your spirits. This isn't just like a small thing. I mean, people's lives are gone.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it can take years to build a home, and then just minutes for it to burn. So we really appreciate you again in your moment of need, taking the time to speak with us, taking the time to try to help other people as well. And please keep us updated. Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, and thanks for sharing the word. Our town is a very special one. It's not like a normal LA. Sorry for the tears.
It's quite all right.
This town is full of heart. It's a lot like Chicago. I know Chicago well. These people care, they're kind, they're hardworking people, and family life. It's really devastating.
Yeah, and I know it's going to take a long time for things to feel normal again. So again, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we want to let everybody know that Fox is partnering with the Red Cross to help victims of the LA fires. You heard her story. There are so many stories like that. So here's how to help. You can snap the code on your screen right now. You can donate at the address that you see. Go.fox/Red Cross. Do what you can. Every little bit, as you heard there, helps. We'll be right back. It's 9:49.